You know, I can understand. I can understand members of the fan base having a disdain for Ian Flynn's current story arc. Having a disdain for the fact that it's not going to end until September of this year, at the latest. I can understand that there are those that have a liking for it, a love for the story arc, and are happy that it will continue until September. And are probably hoping that it might continue longer. I can understand and respect that. I can even understand when certain characters and elements have to be taken out due to have to temporarily be taken out and put on the shelves, in my opinion, due to legal reasons. But what I don't understand is throughout all that, why in the hell would you take out the word Mobius from the comics? True, you're keeping the word Mobians, you're keeping that word, but yet there are some people that will read the book for the first time and wonder, what the heck's a Mobian? They won't know why that word's being used. Because they won't know that the planet's name is Mobius, unless somebody tells them that's been a fan a long time of the comic. Again, I understand why certain things have to happen. But seriously? Seriously? That's like if DC Comics took the name Krypton out of the planet Superman came from and just said, this is Superman's homeworld, and that's it. And they would call him a Kryptonian. And people were wondering, what the heck is a Kryptonian? You know, you just don't do something like that after 20 years. I can understand you have to redesign the characters so that newer fans, the new game fans, can be attracted to the comics and look at them as if those characters were part of the games. I can understand that. I totally respect that, and I understand. But when you've got a fan base that even supports the person that's writing this comic, and even on his message board, from what I understand, people are not happy with the fact that you take out a certain word, the name of a planet, the very planet that was named from the very beginning, even in the games, from the very beginning of the games themselves, take it out of the comics. And for what reason? Did you guys, was there suddenly a mistake made? Did you guys kind of get your information, your stuff mixed up? I mean, seriously. Like I said, that's like taking the name Planet Krypton out of the Superman franchise and calling him a Kryptonian, but nobody knowing why he's being called that. It doesn't make sense, folks. It's like nowadays with the holidays, holiday seasons. Everybody, my pastor, my church has even said this. The Christmas trees that people put up are now being referred to as holiday trees. Think of a young kid. Think of a young kid growing up and they look at their tree and people are telling them, oh, those are holiday trees. But yet they see a sign that says Christmas trees. And they were wondering, why does it say Christmas when it's holiday? It doesn't make sense, folks. It's confusing. The thing is, I understand, and a lot of fans, whether they like what's happening in this book or not, can understand why certain things are taking place, why certain edits are taking place, why certain characters and elements are taken out for the temporary time being because of legal actions. I understand that. But to take out the name of a planet, take out the name of a planet that's been established even in the games from the very beginning of the franchise, and to say, oh, it's now the comic book adventures. You know, wouldn't it have been easy to say, welcome to Planet Mobius, home of Sonic's comic book adventures? Or something like that? Wouldn't it have been easier? I know some people will say, don't make a big deal out of it. But you know what? You go to this guy's forums. You go to forums like the Sonic Stadium and the Sega forums. And I guarantee you, even DeviantArt, you go to these places and you'll see there's not a lot of fans that are happy about this. Even those that support what's going on in the book, that like the whole Mecha Sally, Death Egg Saga World Tour 2 story arc that's been spanning over a year now, even those that like it even those that like that story arc don't like the fact that you've taken the name of a planet that's been established in the continuity, game-wise, comic book-wise, cartoon-wise, whatever. Even they don't like the fact that you take it out for no reason. I mean, it's like I said briefly when I mentioned this in a brief video yesterday. Are they trying to attract the gaming fans to the comics? Because if they are, the gaming fans, they're going to read this and they're going to say, what the heck is a Mobian? And they won't know why that name's there unless somebody's been reading the comic for a long time or been a fan of the franchise from the beginning, like myself, comes out and says, oh, Mobian is just the name because is the name of the species because the planet they live on is named Mobius. It's like when people look at us, we live on the planet Earth. People look at us as Earth beings. Earthians, if you will. They look at us like that. Earthians, Earth beings, whatever you want to call it. The truth is, you don't take the name of a planet and get rid of it. And then just leave the name of the species without having a reason for it. It's like if you took the word Mars away from the planet and people have said, oh, there's a Martian, people wonder why the heck a Martian's called a Martian. They wouldn't know unless somebody would tell them, oh, by the way, that planet used to be called Mars. That's why the person's called a Martian. They wouldn't know. It doesn't make sense. Now, unless there was a typo, miscommunication or something, it doesn't make sense to do this. Again, I understand and respect the fact that you have to attract the game fans in here. I get that. I understand, like I said, you have to change you have to redesign the characters after 20 years to attract the game fans. I get that. I get the fact that you have to interrupt a long-term story arc to do a promotional crossover with another game icon. I get that. But what I don't get is doing what you guys did. Or is doing what they did. Because it's stupid. It is stupid. But, hey, maybe it is a typo, maybe it is a miscommunication. But you know what? It's stupid. It shouldn't have happened. And yeah, it's a small thing. And yeah, some people will say it's not that big of a thing. Don't make a big deal about it. Well, you know what? Some of us may not make a big deal about it, but the truth is, there are those that do because it's been part of the continuity all the way around in all parts of it. In all portions of the continuity. Game continuity, comic book continuity, anime, cartoons. It's been established. So unless, like I said, there's some kind of miscommunication some kind of miscommunication happening in Mamaroneck, New York, then this is probably the dumbest, stupidest move that could have ever be done. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And I know some people are going to get on me about this and say, hey, you're making a big deal about it. Well, you know what? I'm a longtime fan. And I may deal and have respect for a lot of things that are going on and tolerate a lot of things that are going on and basically be in the middle for certain things. But you know what? There are some things that I'm not in the middle of. There are some things I'm against and I'm for, and this is something I'm against. I may be going on 34 this year, folks. But you know what? Even a 60-plus-year-old Dan Dreisen, who does some of the best reviews of the comic book, probably better than anybody else, would agree that this is a dumb move. So let me know what you guys think. Respond and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll talk to you later.